Yeah, so for me, about being nice, I feel like it's just in my nature, the way I was brought up, but like just to give respect to people. But I do feel like there is a part of me, and I've been told this before, like it's like what you're talking about earlier, that kind of like fire to get what you want. Like sometimes I'm lacking that. Like it's like not being an asshole, but it's just like just I don't know, like that little bit of fire that you're talking about. I feel like I could definitely use more of that, you know. And I don't think it's confidence. I don't
Yeah.
think it's confidence either, because I'm generally a confident person. Um, yeah.
It is the fire to claim what you want.
Mm.
You care too much about what other people thinks about you or what other people state. You want to make everyone's comfortable, but you forget about yourself,
Yeah. Yeah.
which doesn't work. You know why?
Why is that?
You cannot be in peace and everyone is around you is in peace and you're not.
Mm. Mm.
Gotta greediness, selfishness,
Yeah.
claim what's yours, your willpower. All of these are good.
Yeah.
You're allowed to use.
That's true, man. That's true. Yeah. Yeah. And it's not like being an asshole. It's different to that. It's just um.
Being an asshole is
Yeah.
someone who is insecure of not getting the things that he wants, or insecure because the things around him doesn't work the way how he wants.
Mm.
And if you're an asshole for a long period of time, you're just you're basically someone who doesn't get the things that he wants. That's
Yeah.
what it means.
Yeah.
That's what it looks like for other people. However, it works.
Yeah.
The reason why an asshole keeps using the same thing same thing again and again and again and again is because he gets everything he wants for himself without caring about social structure. I think it has to be just balanced. That's it. It's not bad. If someone crossed the line, you'll be an asshole naturally.
Yeah, that's true. That's a little bit different. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, and if you don't get what he wants, if you don't get what he wants, that's crossing the line.
Like
You see what I'm saying?
But like the other way.
Yes, if
Yeah.
you don't get what you want, it's crossing your lines. You gotta get it.
Yep.
By
Yeah.
any means. You gotta get it.
Yeah, it's funny. I've been told before that I'm a little bit too nice. Yeah, never really gave it much thought.
Nice.
That's alright.
It's alright to be nice. It's
Yeah.
a great intelligence. However, it doesn't work if you're not adding that fire to you.
Yeah.
I want to be nice to people who are nicer to me.
Yeah, of course.
And for people who doesn't obey, you gotta be fire with them.
Yeah, you have to be able to turn the switch.
Yes.
For sure. For sure.
That works also for a company as well.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
It doesn't matter if you're at work, it doesn't matter if you are at the gym, it doesn't matter if you're with your friends, you're always using that fire to express yourself. Whether that me and you having a conversation or debate or trying to reach some goal, but we have a conflict of thoughts.
Mm.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yeah, I feel like both sides.
Now,
Yeah.
fire is important. Let's put it in perspective, right? Let's say you want to do another program, another strategy. I want to do another strategy.
Mm-hmm.
The more sure of your strategy, the more you're going to defend it.
Yeah. Yeah. Exactly.
The more sure that I'm wrong, the more sure you came to a better thought to persuade me. That's fire, so sell me to the idea, which is the same thing you've done for your parents, for your girlfriends, for your friends. Just you don't notice it because there is a social morality, I should say. You should not be this. You should not be that. It doesn't matter. It doesn't take you. It doesn't get you anywhere you want. If you want things, you just want things out of pure love and fire. I just want it. And you don't debate it with yourself. You just want things. And you just make it happen. That's it.
Yeah, that's good. That's good. Yeah, I feel like if we're having a debate on something, then it's good because that means we both got something like that we really, like you said, that we're confident in. So if anything, you're just going to have two good ideas from that debate. And if anything, if you got to pick one, then you're going to find the better idea. Like whoever can, whoever's more confident about it will probably, win the debate. So it's like you're going to come out with a better idea anyway. So even in that sense, when you're talking about business and stuff, it's probably better to have that fire, well, to have that confidence in what you're talking about. I feel like
confidence is a sure belief. I want you to understand this. Look at it that way. A guy who's confident and he doesn't know about what he's doing is an idiot. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that cancels what I said before. You gotta be sure. How can you be sure? That's the thing.
Well, that comes down to your expertise and your knowledge.
No. Yeah, sure, it could be. In terms of business, how sure I am is seeing the process working. And it brings the results I want.
Yeah.
That's how sure I am. Or if someone want to change it, I'll take that character and I'll be like, get the fuck out of here. Because it works. You know what I mean?
Yeah, bro. Yeah.
I'll give you an you can be having a webinar that works really, really well or having a campaign that works really, really well. I'm up to you and I'll be like, no, change it. And if you're nice, you're going to believe me.
Yeah.
And then you're going to change it. But if you have enough fire, I'll be like, listen, what do you say? Show me, does it work for you? Okay. I'll look at it and I apply it brand new without touching the older one. Yeah. And test it.
Yep.
And if it works,
beautiful,
then blessing to me. I have two now. You see what I'm saying? But if he keeps insisting, no, change the other one, I'll be like, get the fuck out of here. No, I would not do it. You know what I mean? Because I am sure of it.
Yeah.
That's in business. In personal, you want a desire. You have to be authentic with yourself.
For sure. Yeah.
If you're suppressing yourself to say something that's not authentic. So learn one thing. I'll give you a practical advice. Super practical. If you want something, go get it. If you said something, do it. If you believe something, you may leave it. Do you see what I'm saying?
Yeah, bro. Yeah.
If I go, you're already doing it. If you want to go to the bathroom, you can just make it happen. It is not as hard as if you want more money. It's just as simple as that.
Yeah.
When you come from a place that thinks like this, you get money. But the problem what happens is you kind of start debating it with your mind, like, hey, how can I make it? And you start trying to understand it. Which isn't, you trigger that illusion. You just fucking go and do it. That's it.
Yeah. One of the clips I've seen from one of your podcasts you did with Sharif before. Nothing's perfect. Like, nothing you're going to do is going to be perfect, right? So just go and do it, you know? Like, at least take action. That's
or not, it's an illusion, my guy.
Huh? What was that?
Perfect or not, it's just an illusion.
Yep.
Yeah. You just do things what you want. You do not think about if it's perfect or not. So what he's saying is, when you say if it's not perfect, I'm just gonna do it anyways. This is what you're literally saying. I do not care about what that illusion. I'm just gonna do it, which is works.
Yeah. That would probably be the perfect thing to do, is to just do the action.
Yeah.
Yeah.
See how it works. That's not perfect. Sorry, bro. I'm just getting some water on this.
My water.
So I can grow that fucking plants. You know what I mean? Love plants.
Do you actually have plants?
Lotus. It's.
Do you actually have plants?
I'm myself. I'm a plant.
That's what I thought you meant. Yeah.
Yeah. Just kidding. I just joke. Yeah, I like plants. They're cool. I have some. They're not alive though, but.
My girlfriend's so
a better job at it.
Bro, I give my girlfriend so much shit. She has so many plants. She does alright though. When she started getting them, they would all like just die, and I just give her so much shit for it. It's so funny. I'm really not a plant guy.
Like,
You love you're in, like, creating a good environment, and like you are really into like your house and how it looks and stuff like that. Like where you live, your domicile. Like I've already said, like with my girlfriend, like it's like all up to you. Like as long as it's clean, I'm like, if it's clean, I can work. I feel good. But like in terms of decoration and all that, it's like she can do everything. I'm not that into it.
yes, because you don't care.
Yeah, it's just not something I quite care about. But I know you're really really into that kind of thing.
I hear you, but like your environment is a straight connection to your manifestations.
Yeah.
If that makes sense. If you want to know what your mind looks like, look at your place. See how it's organized. Show it to a girl, and she will tell you exactly if she likes it or not.
Good. It's good. I think I do it right.
A house represents how organized the mind is. That's why like some big. For example, that's why Jordan Peterson says, "Clean up your room before you go." Before you claim some, right? Like you gotta do that.
Yep. Before you're gonna run the world, make sure you can run your bedroom.
Yes, it's a clear manifestation of your true actions. If your house is not organized, that means your mind is not organized. If your mind is not organized, that means your output is not organized.
Yeah. And
that's gonna translate to your work. It's gonna translate to your relationships. It's gonna translate to your health and well-being. It's just gonna be a random well-being, not organized well-being. Not organized well-being is not a pleasant feeling.
Very much. Yeah, man. Yeah, I find that just like a clean space, like it troubles me when it's not just clean, like when it's all cluttered and stuff. So that's like my priority generally, is just like if it's clean and it's nice and tidy and minimal, I'm pretty happy. I don't know if that reflects me, but like it probably reflects like what I want to be, at least, or how I want to operate. I don't know. Less.
Show me your house and your character.
Yeah, true.
That's literally telling me having a nice house is having the will to make your house look nice.
Yeah.
It is not just survive. Do you know what I mean? It's actually having the will. I want to make my house looks like the best house on earth for me. That's a will. That's fire. That's what you don't have. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, yeah.
And you got it at some point. Try it. Like, I'll tell you an example. For example, try not making money for, let's say, 2 years or 3 years, and nobody will give you money. Try it. Try it with yourself. Say, I'll not let anybody give me money for the next 3 days. By the end of the last maybe 3 days, how long are you gonna last when you truly don't take anything from nobody, right? Because that's what's being nice, right? Like the ultimate of nice is not taking anything from nobody. That's the extreme of being nice, right?
Yeah.
Living, taking anything. Try that and see how it goes. You will burn a lot of desires to really want those things. And you're gonna go fucking get it. The only thing you're gonna think about is money at that time.
Yep. Yeah. What you need. Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, man. I definitely think you can just
burns that fire. That's desperate. Desperation, it means anger. Anger is a pure energy as well. It's a good one. You just have to know how to channel it consciously. That's it.
Yeah, I feel like training mixed martial arts or just training like any kind of a combat sport kind of like lets you develop that sense as well. Like getting into a situation where like you got to kick someone's ass, otherwise he's gonna kick yours. It's like a good way to bring that out. And I remember that from when I used to train. It's like, or even when I used to compete in sport. It's like it's a very different person that Chris that competes. It's not the same Chris. It's like someone who's like you're trying to take what I want, so I don't like you. Like that's just it. Like I want to win, so I'm gonna do everything I have to do to win. That means making you lose, or hitting you in the face, or making you lose a game, whatever the hell it is. Like it's a very different side of me. I feel like it's something you can definitely hone in those kind of things, in those competitive situations. Do you find that come out in your like when you're training?
It come out at any time, at any point. If I want to breed, I want it.
Yeah, right.
You know, it's literally dealing with the thought that you should not take. When you were younger, some situation happens to you that taught you deep inside to not take.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely. It's like just probably, yeah, you're probably right. Like just the way I was raised, or things that I picked up as a kid. Like what I just want to be a respectful person, But it kind of, I guess, it goes a little bit too far. Like you said, like there's got to be a certain point where you be respectful and nice, but you got to be willing to take what you want or take what's yours. Otherwise, you'll just roll over to everyone in life and won't really get you very far.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Here's what's funny. The revolution of raising a kid, right? Raising a human being, whether that's man or woman. The nature of a man is force. That's his true nature. His destructions and creation, right? So when you're born as a guy, you're a little bit too rough. You're a little bit too much outgoing. It's very well known that usually females are very calm when they're younger, and males are very active when they're younger, right? Babies. Now what happened is, if the parent didn't like that activities, they start to shape it in a way that is organized for them, right?
Sure, yeah.
Now, it works for you, for your survival. So like I will tell you, do not touch fire. I'll tell you, do not do this. I'll do not do that for your safety, which works really well with your parents, for example, to keep you safe. which you should be grateful for, right? Because without it, you're not gonna be here. You should be very grateful for your parents that they shape you, or your past behaviors. It shapes you in a way that you could survive. When you are in business, you want things to thrive. You want things you desire. You want to claim certain things with strangers, right?
Yeah.
You don't have that rapport yet.
Nope.
You see what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And now you're going to deal with this situation the same way that makes you survive at home. And it's up to you to realize that going out there is different from my home. My home is well structured. Out there is based off pure desires of people. So I would have the ultimate desire to get what I want. If you do that, everyone's going to work for you. In fact, anything is going to work for you.
Absolutely. Yeah. It's very true. Very true.
So it's nice to be nice to your parents, your social structure. It's gentle. It's very nice. It's beautiful. But it's very bad in business.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, you really have to do what you want.
I really can be nice. Like, it's fine. I can be nice with a little bit of fire. If I'm nice to you, I'd rather tell you the truth. You know what I mean? But if I'm nice, I'm going to try to find a way to tell you without hurting you or without letting you bluntly, which is not going to work. Doesn't translate. It creates bad karma for you. Yeah.
Yeah, it's like there's no real... Yeah, like you won't develop in business if you can't like have that truth, I feel. Or you can't like if you have to speak to a client, for example, you can't tell them what really needs to be done if you're literally like stepping around like, shards of glass, like trying to be too nice. I think it's the same in any workplace, I guess. Like a boss to their employees, you be nice, you create rapport, have like, working relationships with people under you, but you also have to be the person that can, keep them straight, keep them in line. Like if you get too comfortable, they might take advantage of that. So there has to be a certain line where you're not just being nice. It's like you have to have that impose your will, sort of, make sure they understand they still need to get things done, etc.
Yeah.
I think it's something I feel like a lot of people would be uncomfortable with that. What percentage of the world even has like people that work for them? Probably not a high one. Like it's definitely not a skill that everyone has, or like definitely not something that everyone would be comfortable doing, I feel.
Everyone has it, bro.
Oh, no, everyone has it. I'm just saying like they probably wouldn't be comfortable at first. It's like probably not natural to a lot of people. Everyone
has people around them. Unless if you're living in a cave.
True.
It's very simple. The more willpower you have, the more control you're going to have.
Yep.
Fire doesn't ask, bro. What's the qualities of fire? Well, let's break down, like, literally what do you mean? The billion of fire. It means the heat. It's the anger. It means the
spirit, right?
Strong wording, strong character. It translates in so many ways. Fire, if you break it down scientifically, it has 8 or 9 functions. I'm not too sure about it. Don't call me on that. But it doesn't fucking stop. And it always get to the path that want it. Even though it eats everything else. If you flame a fire in a jungle, right? Like it's gonna burn everything.
Yeah.
Until there is no jungle no more. And the same thing with your desires. Desires to the jungle. Like, what the fuck do you want? And then go and burn it. With your actions. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yeah. What are some ways that this could be applied to even outside of like business, just like life in general? Like how could someone who maybe works for someone else, someone who just works in a regular job, how does this apply to them as well? Because it definitely applies to everyone.
Well, first of all, be honest to yourself. Have some authenticity. Have some, honest conversations with yourself. What do you want? If you clear your desire, now you know what you want.
Mm-hmm.
If you purely know what you want without no judgments, which means I want money for myself, I just want it. What I'm gonna do with it, I'll do whatever I want with it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I am honest with that. Okay, now what do I need to do to get me money? Right?
Mm-hmm.
To get me money, cash now is to go either sell something or work on something. It doesn't matter, right?
Yep.
What is the best way that you want it to get it? And then decide on that. That's the desire right there. And all of that comes from an honest conversation with yourself. You don't understand how honesty and honesty and authentic conversation with yourself, how much it's gonna does for you. When you're clear on your desire, you just go and get it without any thoughts. The easiest way.
Yeah.
The easiest way is the best way.
Hell yeah, dude. I believe who said this? I'm probably just regurgitating Jordan Peterson here, but like one of the reasons for the whole gender wage gap thing, one of them is like one of the big reasons is the masculinity, which, like you said, like typically in men you see more like that fire, like they're more willing to push for something to get what they want, to do what they have to get what they want. Generally it's like a testosterone thing. And like it's like
yes.
in the workforce, it's typically men are the ones, like on average, who will be more willing to push for a raise, for example, or to say I deserve this or I deserve this. So typically it's like the men are the ones who actually get what they want more. Just so naturally this wage gap happens because there's not the quality seen in women as much. So it's like proof in the pudding, really. Yeah, like if you're like really believe like you should get what you want and you have the will to go and get it, then you have just a ridiculously higher chance of getting what you want. That's it. Like it's not just going to happen.
It's not about being man or woman. Essentially, Nikola Tesla says.
No.
Nikola Tesla says like you will break down things to the fundamental truth, which is the energy, right? Like the frequency. He says something about like if you the moment that science is gonna look at the frequencies and vibrations, the science is gonna expand itself, right? So back to, it's not about men and women. It's all about pure male and female energy, right?
Yeah.
Male's energy is represented as that fire, right? It doesn't mean that man and woman doesn't get what they want because they are different or who's good or who's bad. No, women usually get the things that they want by using sweetness, by using their attract. They're masters of their heart, which is great. Men, masculine, is more about that fire, willpower. In fact, the more masculine you are, is the more aggressive you are. It's a very known. You can see it in life, right?
Yeah.
Men's are a lot more stronger, a lot more physically built to transform that willpower. Women are very strong to transform that sweetness and beauty.
Yep.
Which one is good? Right. If we're talking about human beings, it's better to have both. Balanced.
Yep, for sure.
Balance, as if I want to increase it, I can increase the other two. Which means if I need to be more aggressive,
than you can be.
I need to increase my sweetness too.
Mm.
How can I create an aggressive sweetness? And that's what women and men doesn't get, but a human being gets.
Yeah, right.
Everyone has that. So, for example, what I say is you care about your social structure and you want to be nice to them. So that means you use your heart. If someone is upset, you're probably going to bow down for it. However, if you want to get things that you want socially, think about it that way. I want my social structure to be the way how I think is the most safest. That's another fire. I'm nice to them, but how can I show them to do some? I need to be confident for them, and I do not need to be nice to them. I can be straightforward with a nice manner. Here's an example. You want, for example, to let your girlfriend to know that you can't come to dinner tonight because you want to keep working.
Yep.
She's upset because you didn't make it.
Yep.
Now, what you can do, if you're a nice guy, what are you going to do? What are you going to do in this situation, Chris?
Shit, I can tell you what I have done. Look, work's got to get done. Sorry. Like, we'll do another day. It is what it is.
If you can insistent on that.
Yeah.
What are you going to do?
If I consistently, like, pull out of dinner. Is that what you're saying?
Yes.
Well, that'll be a problem. That looks like I don't care, and that'll definitely not be good for the relationship at all, man. Like if you keep pulling out of prearranged, like things, it's never any good.
Okay. So what are you gonna do?
Make sure I'm able to get there. That means you have to make. Well, you can't. It's not something you can. If you let it keep happening, that means there's a problem. Like, that means you're working when you shouldn't be working. So you have to take control of the work and make sure that things are done so you still have the time to go to your girlfriend. It's like on you. It's like your responsibility.
What are you going to do with her?
What am I going to do with her? All I can do is tell her how it is. That's really it.
Are you gonna go or not?
If I have to get work done, no.
So what's gonna happen?
She'll be upset. If I keep doing it, she'd be upset. We'd probably have an argument eventually. Yeah.
Are you gonna go for dinner with her or no? If you have work and you want to finish work, but you plans for a date, a week.
Look, man, if it's very, very important work, no, I'd stay and do the work.
Why?
Because it's for both of us, really. The work. It's not just for me. Like me being successful. If you're in a relationship with someone, you're both successful. So, I feel like if you're a real team, so it's not like necessarily greedy. Like I'm doing what I think is best for us. So that's kind of how I justify it.
Correct.
Yeah.
Good. Good answer.
Yeah. It's true.
Best way to do it, just not talk to her. Just do your work. That's the best way to do it. And then meet her in the next morning with some in your hand.
If you make up to her or something, yeah.
That come up with work that you've done, and you just don't say anything.
Yeah.
If you keep repeating doing that, she will kind of understand your character in that way. so she won't bother you when you want to do things.
Yeah. No, it's true. I think like it as my girlfriend's boyfriend, as a boyfriend, I feel like it's on me to, and someone who runs a business and does a lot of work. Like it has to be. I feel like it's on me to be organized to make sure that's not a situation that happens. But like if the situation does happen, it's something that has to be done. It can't be avoided. But then now you got to juggle making sure that your girlfriend understands and like making sure that you're doing enough to keep her happy at the same time.
Make sure everyone is satisfied. You just do the things that you want to do.
That's pretty much it. Yeah. Yeah.
Not care. Just do.
Yep. Yeah, it's true.
That's it. And it's the same principle you take it to work. You do not care what's going to happen. You just do it and see.
It's true. It's true. I like that. Yeah, just keep get the work done, and say, hey, I had to do this. It is what it is. Let's keep going. Let's move forward.
Yep.
That's funny. So, has your girlfriend ever given you like a bit of trouble because of this? Like,
nope.
That's good. That's good. Yeah, I'm lucky that my girlfriend's understanding. But I feel like if you're honest, this is the thing, is if you're honest, then one of the biggest things is lying, and I understand like why lying is like very. It's not nice to be lied to by someone that you care about. But if you're honest with them and you say, look, this is it. Like I was honest with my girlfriend, with Connie. Mid last year, I was like, look, this is what's happening. Like we're trying to do some big stuff, and it's basically going to take my life for like the next year at least to set this up. So, you got to bear with me. I'm not doing this to be an asshole. I'm doing this because I'm building a future, and like you're part of that future. Just you got to let me work though. And if they're not happy with that, that's not okay. Well, then it's like, shit, I'm doing what I have to do and you're stopping me. So who's really at fault there? But, as long as you're honest, they're happy with it, then and they say yes, okay, cool. We can work, keep working. But I feel like you got to kind of reassess that. If someone's telling you, no, you can't do that, you kind of probably have to reassess that relationship, I think. Probably just not for you,
Mm-hmm.
No, it's good.
Trust, care, will, honesty. Trust, care, and will, love, honesty, clearance.
Yeah.
And the last one, I don't know. 6, I know. Those what you need to make the ultimate well-being. Which any life you want. Those are the principles you want. Trust.
Yep.
Caring. Caring is about the caring part. I don't fully understand it, as it could be mixed with love. It's kind of confusing. It's not caring. It's something else. But I know for sure. Trust. Will, caring, honesty, and clearance. 5, I know very well. If you have those, you bring certain feelings towards your life, certain things that you've never imagined that happened before, that you never thought about it. The other 2. What's the opposite of guilt?
I don't know, man. The opposite of guilt. Levity. Guilt is like... Yeah, I don't know. That's tough. I don't know. Is that one of them?
Yes. So I'll say what you should not do in those two that I don't know, but I do
Yeah, you
not
don't
know
know
the
yeah.
meaning of opposite. The imbalance would be attachment and guilt. You're attached to some stuff. If you're attached, fear created. You should not be attached to anything. And then guilt, you should not be guilty of doing anything. If
That makes
you
sense.
balance these feelings, as I said, I do not know the opposite, so I can't speak to it. I can't, I can't, I can't express my thought about it because I didn't experience it yet.
Got it.
I probably have some guilt and some attachments for sure, and it just need to be cleared.
Yeah, although
Do you see what I'm saying?
Yeah, although I can understand, like, with guilt, for example, how not having guilt will let you do a lot better. Because I feel like guilt will make you act a certain way. If you have that underlying feel of guilt, you'll probably take actions that aren't really, I don't know, they're not really positive. You're doing it based on an emotion that's not effective. Like, guilt's just a negative feeling.
In part for me is guilt related to emotions. It's not. Guilt, for example, come from of a form that you're not perverted enough.
Right.
It's weird.
Yeah, right.
You're shy, shame, guilt. You see what I'm saying?
That's a little bit confusing, the guilt one.
The guilt one is really hard for me to understand.
Yeah.
The attachments, yes, I know exactly what it feels like to not be attached to anything. I've explored that. However, it's not something that I've been able to practice for a long period of time. But I know for sure I'm clear from my trust. I'm clear from my will. I'm clear from my love. I'm clear for the truth, honesty, right? Speaking the honesty, being true to your heart.
Yeah.
Love what you want to do and be clear on what do you love. Yeah. Have tremendous will to what you want, and then trust that. Just do it.
Would you say your will is like your North Star? You're going to be cheesy. It's like the guiding.
If you want to make it cheesy, you can find it somewhere else. Well is rich. How about that? It's not cheesy. Well is your hot chick. That's not cheesy. You just want to be preferred. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's what it means, not being cheap.
That's funny.
It's an expression. You know?
Yeah.
I think guilt, the opposite of guilt is perversion.
I don't even know what that word means.
It's related to sexual energies.
Oh, right. Really?
It's related to sexual behaviors. I'll give you an example, clear example. Perversion is basically if you are someone who's not guilty to have sex with someone else or being able to touch someone else, and express yourself the way how you want it, that's perversion. That's good, in a way.
Right.
That's good, actually.
Right.
But if you're someone who's like shy, you're not going to express yourself the way you want.
Yeah, right.
If you pile up those things, it creates a shameful personality, a shy, shameful personality.
Yeah.
But if you're pervert, you're an extrovert motherfucker.
Yeah. That's one thing I'm not as shy. Bro, I used to.
Sorry?
one thing I am not is shy. I used to, in uni, man. I would literally I would rock up to my tutorial classes. I would wear like a singlet, like a tank top, and I bought like these Bob Marley like trackies from like Thailand that were just like brightly colored like trackies, and I had like these red Nikes on. I would rock up like a few minutes late and just have to like sit down in front of everyone and just did not give a fuck. Like that shit's funny. I love.
You like that?
It's not necessarily for me. It's not even like the intention. I love like practicing. I don't give a fuck. Like being in that situation where I know people are probably looking at me, probably thinking something, but what the hell does it like? What does it matter? Like it doesn't affect me in any way. You know. I
You
think
know those concepts? It's about balance. Balance just means literally using what you need to be using at certain moment.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's pretty cool. Yeah. It's funny
If you want to make money
yeah.
for business, there gotta be some sort of perversion in that. You want more. Be honest. So do more.
Yep.
You know.
Yep. Yep.
Create an intense life. That's good.
Yeah. Yeah. It's funny. I watched a video clip today of Dan Henry, and he was like talking about people who come up to him and be like, "I want to make like $1 million, but I only have like an hour to work every day." And he's like, "Motherfucker, like, what do you mean? Like, you don't deserve it. You're not willing to. You don't have the intensity. You're not willing to put the hours in. Like, you try to don't deserve it." It's funny.
Yeah, but those thoughts are for doers.
Yeah.
Everything that you're gonna give me, I'll give you the balance of it. Those thoughts are for the doers. Yes, if you're clear on your desire, you will go and work for it.
Yep.
But if you also only believe in that, you will create a lifestyle of you just working your ass off.
Yeah. Yes. 100%.
However, being gentle and loving, it will create, with willpower, it will create a balanced lifestyle. Which means you give 8 hours of work, you get 8 hours of fun. Within those 8 hours, you will be reckless getting things done. And within those 8 hours of fun, you'll be loving and caring.
Yep.
Bring that balance to your daily life. You will manifest that it's good.
Absolutely, dude. That's pretty cool. Yeah.
Don't bring that balance towards your will and love. You will be a doer only.
Yep.
A doer only is only someone who's with his desires. But you should treat your desire. There is different type of desires. There is desires that comes with you want to be in complete harmony with everyone. You want to be part of someone, which reflects trust. You want to be trust. You want to trust the world, right? That's one desire. You want to trust people who are around you. You want to trust your desire for your income. You want to trust your desire for your abilities and your desire for your partner. You want to trust your partner. You want to trust your parent. So that's one type of desire. The second desire is you want to have an environment that is okay for you to express the true you. Whether that's sexually, money desires, life desires, health desires, safe environment, right? The third one would be very clear on what do you want and go and do it with tremendous You need an environment that allows you to experience your will.
To use like your maximum capability.
Yes.
Yeah.
And then also you need an environment or a desire that let you express the loving part of you, which means you want to connect with people around you. You want to connect with your girlfriend. You want to have a nice conversation with your parents. You want to, look at your bank account and it's nice. You want those little things.
Yeah.
And then the last one is you want an environment that you can speak the truth and be heard what it's for you. So when you want people around you to respect what you say, understand fully what you say.
That last
you
one's
want to have a
yeah. That third one, the third one is
and
interesting.
then, Go ahead.
No, you finish. I keep cutting you off. You finish, and then I'll ask.
Yeah. The last one will be a clear vision, an environment that allows you to see better, whether that's see a better future, whether that's see a long-lasting relationships, or whether that's seeing a good strategy for you to get what you want, or you're clear on your desires, sexual desires are satisfied, your health is good, satisfaction, and then you want to see trust around you.
Yeah, no, I like the one you brought, the third one you brought up, an environment that allows you to express how like your true feelings, I guess. Is that what it was, the third one?
The third one is the environment that allows you to express your will freely.
Right. Yeah, that one's interesting. I feel like that's something that not a lot of people get to experience.
Like what?
They get the opportunity to actually just like freely go after like whatever they want. It's something maybe not everyone has the opportunity, I guess, but not a lot of people take that opportunity, or not everyone sets up that opportunity. It's like a lot of people get stuck in the environment to work and the environment to care and have relationships, but they never really get that environment to completely commit to something that like they truly want, I feel. And that might be the most like fulfilling part. I don't know. 'Cause to me, it seems like if you don't like, one of my biggest fears in life was going through without ever like fully committing to something and like being like, this is what I need to, this is what I want to do. Let's just be fully committed to it. I feel like that was one of my biggest fears in life. And I think a lot of people live with that.
What's your biggest fear?
Like, well, it was, because now I'm doing it. But one of my biggest fears was like just going through life without ever like putting 100% of my like devotion to like something I want to do, like to completely express like my will. And then like you just get stuck in the motions of life.
Your will.
Maybe will wasn't the correct word. Just I meant like to actually go after something.
What's your desire?
For me, my desire is to just like be someone who gets shit done. Like just to be someone who like has things going for him, and also like have like business is just like a tool, but to have the ability to do what I want, like when I want to. Really, that's real. Like to me, that's like the power that I want.
What is it to do what you want? What it means for you?
So to have opportunity, like if it's for work, if it's for travel, if it's for things I want, material things, like just to like whatever I want it to be. Like if I want to go and learn a skill, I can take the time to go and learn a skill, for example. Like to just not be trapped in something I don't like. Really, to just not be trapped in doing something I don't like doing. While also maintaining like relationships that make me feel fulfilled as well. Like to me, that's like the perfect lifestyle. To be able to have all that. And I feel like it's really easy for anyone to get stuck into a lifestyle where they don't get to experience any of that, where they're just living for the sake of living. That's really scary to me. That's like hell on earth. Do you know what I mean? Like, I don't know if that makes sense.
Yeah.
And I believe I heard Jordan Peterson made it. So the interesting thing I find about religion is the way it was explained to me by him. It was like a very practical way of looking at Christianity, for example. I think we've talked about this like once or twice before, but like the idea of hell and heaven are like practical things, but like not afterlife. It's like it's your actual life. Like it's the realization of like fulfillment. Those who like, if you don't ever, it like something that really hit me. Like I felt it, so it was true to me. It's like if you don't go after something, if you don't, it's like that kind of, maybe not purpose, but like it's like if you don't actually put your all into something, you find the thing you want to do and just go and do it. You're never gonna feel fulfilled. You're always gonna be like working for something that you're not really happy to do. You're just working because it's like it's just something you think you have to do, and you'll never be satisfied. You'll just be like living this cycle of life, and like eventually like you're just gonna hit this level of unhappiness, and that's gonna be true hell. It's gonna be like stuck there. Like you never really dedicated to something. You never really took the time to seek what you want. Whereas heaven is like, it's the opposite. It's just the complete opposite. Like you pursued everything that you wanted to do. Like you're happy, you're satisfied, that you're satisfied with what you have, but also with what you're doing and how you operate as a person. I'm not really like I'm not explaining it well, but and that was a fear for me, was like just ending up going through life, like going through the motions. Really, that's like the best saying for it, going through the motions. Never really attacking something with everything you got, and then you never really get to see what kind of a person you are. You just, before you know it, you'll be however, whatever age, and you'll be like, shit, what do I do?
What do you want specifically?
Specifically?
If you have to be honest, what do you want specifically?
Yeah.
Let's imagine you're living in heaven, right? What do you want in that heaven to look like? Like what's that heaven looks like for you?
Money, good health, friends.
How much?
I don't know the number, man. Enough where I don't have to give a fuck. Like I don't know what that number is, but
fuck you, money.
That's it. That should be. I feel like everyone's like goal, right? Like, but that's because that's what creates what I was saying before, like that.
I'm saying, what's the number?
I don't know the number, man. I don't know what that number is.
Why you don't know the number?
Never really like sat down and calculated it. Never really thought about it. It's not something that I think.
What does that mean? How do you feel about that fuck you money? What does it feels like for you? What? Do not calculate. Just what does it feel like?
It feels liberating.
What number feels liberating for you?
Let's say $1 million, for example. Let's say $1 million.
Then go get it.
Yeah.
Fine. You will get it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's why like these times like where we work super hard and stuff, like it doesn't really bother me too much because that's what we're doing. Like we're doing the things that we need to get what we want. That's like these are the things we need to do, and it's like a reason why I'm
Now,
so. There you go.
act you act as you already have $1 million. Feel as if you already have $1 million. Work as if you already have $1 million. And trust that $1 million. And meet people as if you already have $1 million.
The swagger.
And see that you already have $1 million. It'll be fun.
No.
You answer those questions with sincere emotions, you'll get it.
Yeah, man. Yep. Yeah. I'm just fucking loving that I'm doing something that works towards what I want, you know? That's like there's nothing better, I feel like when you're working hard, but like it's for something that you know is like big for you. It's not just
Work.
Sorry?
What do you want to work on? Sincerely.
What would be setting up businesses, work like brands that I really like care about, making
Be very
deals with people. Specific. You know what I thought today? Like a what do you call them? A weed dispensary, or like have your own like what do they call those?
Which one?
Like the farms, like they grow their own weed and like they sell them at dispensaries and stuff.
Farms? Weed farms? I don't know.
Is that what they call it? Like something like something really cool like that.
Oh. Yeah, keep going.
Yeah, no, I just thought about that today. I was like, that's fucking sick. Like, imagine that. Like, that's what Mike Tyson's doing right now. Like, owns his own business. But that, like, something that he's really into. Yeah. I don't know, there's a few things. Like, it could be, like, you just interacting with, like, really interesting people who like, I'm interested in. Getting to just, like, be entertaining with them, you know? Or selling, like, for example, what I just said then, like, as a product and being able to grow that brand that, like, I'm really passionate about.
What do you truly want to work on, my guy? You have to be specific, otherwise it's not going to work for you. You got to get clear on what you want.
I don't know, mate. Can you give me an example of yourself?
Can you ask me a question?
All right. What do you want? What is something you want to work on? The most.
I want to work on our course and meet influencers to create a project that I can show new experiences through them.
Yeah.
For people, human beings. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I'm very passionate about creating an experience right now that brings a lot of attention towards what I can say and how I can show to them later on. A true specific manifestations on that is my work with U10, my work with the UFC, my work on our course, and my work with other clients.
Yeah. True. Yeah.
That's work. If you're asking work desire, is that what you're asking?
Yeah. I was throwing the same question back at you. Just wanted to see how you answered it.
What about you?
Yeah, it's pretty similar. I want to work with like really interesting people, like these influencers, for example. But like, I think for me, rather than just like setting up businesses for them, I'm like way more interested in like my own brand. Something that I'm more passionate about. Like for example, when we talk about like the Nelk board.
You understand the mechanics of what you really want to work on. But what's your desire? You want to know my desire?
What's that?
True desire? The way how I answered your question is, you told me what things that you want to work with, or what do you want to work on. I told you the vehicles I want to work on because I want to satisfy some true desires in me.
Yeah.
Number one is freedom of speaking, which means need leverage of an audience to say the things that I want to them. That's a pure desire. Be heard, right?
Yeah.
My pure desire is power. That's the purest, which manifests in, number one, be able to be heard on a large volume. Number two is having tremendous resources.
Yep.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. So those are your desires. Does it matter like what you're working on as long as it's going towards that desire? Like, for example,
no,
like,
it doesn't matter.
Yeah. Like for me, I feel like my desires that we went through before, like they're all met by the kind of like the work that we're doing, like what we're building up to. But it's like the type of work itself, it's like a vehicle, is it not? Just it's a vehicle to meet your desires.
Yeah, I'm at a certain point that the vehicle doesn't matter for me. Any car that gets you to a destination works.
That's kind of how I feel, man. It's like just doing like whatever it is that I need to do to be able to like get that $1 million to have great relationships, to have some influence, you know, whatever it takes to get there. Like I don't particularly care what it is, you know, within moral standpoints. Just using our skills that we have to be able to get there. That's it.
Perfect.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
It's done.
We're doing it. So yeah. Yeah.
Is that truly what you want?
Yeah, man. Like if I can.
There's another
like that. Sorry.
There is another one. It's half of it, I feel. Just the influence is just half of it. What do you want to do with the influence?
For me, I'm more interested with that influence in entertaining, I believe. I don't know, like what I don't even know like what I would really do with it. Just like we discussed previously, just to have the influence that you can, if you needed to make money, you can. Basically, you can use it to make money. Or if you wanted to get something, you have influence, you can get something a lot easier. Like I feel like influence is a vehicle in itself. but what like I would love to be entertaining to whoever I'm influencing as well. That I feel like is just a lot of fun. Like to really like enjoy it, to enjoy the use of it, you know. But I feel like there's a few things you can do with influence.
Same for me.
Yeah, man.
Influence brings money, brings attention, brings
Yeah. But I feel like
you're a nice.
Yeah.
I'm evil.
Well, I feel like I can like then give back to like the influence a little bit, but like you can also take. It's like both. You can do both, but you can have a lot. I feel like you can have a lot of fun doing it.
Yeah.
And that's fun, honestly. Like if you're having fun every day, you'll never ever like have problems. Like you're just having fun. Like, yeah. That's like pure joy.
Your problem and my problem are like, we're kind of, it's funny how we got attracted to each other. Yeah. And this is the truest conversation. I feel that way. You are having problems with expressing your bright side of you. Right?
Yeah.
I have a problem with expressing the dark side of me.
It's funny.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You are very calm with yourself, which is great. But the surrounding around you doesn't work as calm as you want it to be. Situations around you. And you're only seeking that calmness, right?
Yep.
For me, I like brightness. I already have it. I need to learn how to deal with my calmness.
It's funny.
It's a great balance, bro.
That's good. Yeah.
I honestly believe two people attract to each other to bring some sort of balance.
That's cool. Yeah.
In any situation.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's an interesting way to look at it. If you ever look at like any duo that did like big stuff, they're always very different people. Like I actually can't think of one where they're very similar. Now that you mention it, they've always got like.
What do you mean?
Like when there's ever like a duo, like any duo that's done like in business, in like what sport, whatever the hell, they got very complementing features. Like they definitely, they're never the exact same person. The duo, they're always a little bit different. Like for example, what you're saying, like you with the darkness, me with the brightness.
You mean me as I'm a definitely different person as like the way how I think and stuff like that?
I don't know how.
Is that what I mean?
I don't know how definite, but like just they got different qualities. It's never like the same two people bring the same qualities. I feel like it seems to be always two people that like bring something else to the table, and like they kind of like. They bring it to the table, and then the table's full because they brought different aspects. I think it's cool.
Yeah, can you give me an example?
Okay, let's think.
So I can fully understand.
All right, let's think. Do you know the rap group Outkast? You probably know Outkast, right?
Nope.
You know Andre 3K and Big Boy. You know the song Hey Ya.
Nope.
You really don't? What? No, I feel like I show it to
you.
I feel like I show it to you because you like music. I feel like I show it to you. You know them. They're from the same area.
I listen to something else.
So they're from the same area, like Atlanta in you know Atlanta.
Yeah.
And they both came up the same way, and they both preached the same kind of stories. But the way they behave is very different. One's very calm, very like it's like really intrinsic. Is that the right word? Like he looks inside himself a lot, and I personally think that makes his lyrics better. Like he's a better rapper because of it. Well, the words he says are like a lot better because of it. And the other guy, grown up in the same area, been best friends since they were kids, he's more outspoken about, like he's more boastful and outspoken and like more into like partying and whatever, more into like talking about chicks, and like they come together and like it just forms like this really amazing music, I think. And it just like the different style, even though they're from the exact same place, they grew up together, like they're basically like family, really. Like they still have different things, and they bring it together. And I think their music like is like just really nice, the way it kind of combines. They're both by no means the same person, but it's like they have the same goal. They're very similar, but they have like these differences, and like the work that comes out of it is just really good, I think, because the way that it connects. That's probably the best example I can come up with. Let me actually. Hey, my Outcast, bro. There's no way you don't know this song.
Yeah. So we can keep the podcast, my guy. You know what I mean?
What do you mean?
It's like, sure, I get like, for example, for the group, I think if you can post a link down so people can see it, that would be easier for them to understand. But like the full understanding of what you're saying is these two big guys bring balance to each other, and they produce a nice, pleasant song that never been heard before.
Yeah,
it's more balanced. That's what I mean. Yes, and it is the same as me and you.
Yeah. Really
I bring different quality that I necessarily don't have, and you bring qualities that you necessarily I don't have. You know what I mean? So I bring to you qualities that you lack, and you bring to me qualities that I lack.
Yeah, and at least for me, it's like it doesn't just mean I'm okay. Like we're just accepting that. Like I try to learn from you a lot. But I
same from?
Yeah, I just think as people, like you're just different in different ways. But yeah, it's just it's an easy way to overcome. You don't have to learn everything because you combine it with someone else, and like you kind of share your knowledge, you share your experience, you share like whatever, and that's a team. You know, a team isn't like one person's knowledge. So
yeah.
I'm still baffled that you don't know Outcast. That's insane. Oh man. You're like into electro music, aren't you?
I'm not into any music, to be honest.
No? Okay, all right.
Like most of music, basically, I picked it the way how it sounds, and if it touched me, it touched me. It's weird to say, but like if it sounds pleasant to me, and it brings me a different experience, I listen to it. If it didn't bring me any different experience, or my opinion like it, it's not pleasant for me. Yeah, I'll just not listen to it. The genre doesn't matter for me.
I'll be honest. I shouldn't have even said that. I'm the exact same. So I'll like if I go to my Spotify right now, I'm looking at my liked songs. You will find like country music,
right?
And then you can go to the other side of the spectrum. You will find like really techno house music or like death metal or something like that. Like. I got probably... I joke with my girlfriend and my friends all the time. I say I got mad range. Like, I boast about my range. Like, it's just a joke. But, like, it's because, like, if you shuffle... Like, I'll just say, I got range, alright? And then you just shuffle on my... Like, I got Can't Fight the Moonlight, like, it's like a very girly, like, pop song from the 90s. And then I got... then I got Leonard Skinner, like, right next to it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's exactly that. It's not about...
Example?
Sorry?
I just give you a clear example. I listened to The Weeknd and Biggie in the same time.
Yeah.
I could listen to them next to each other. It doesn't make sense. It doesn't matter to me.
Yep.
Like I could get vibes from like The Weeknd's last song, for example, which is very loving and touchy, girly. And then I'll listen to Biggie, which is freaking... Bitches, you know what I mean? It's all about like bitches and shit. And fights.
Yeah.
Both of them make sense to me.
Yeah.
So
it's more like what
one is
it's like what makes you feel the correct way at the time.
Yeah, exactly.
That's funny. That is funny. I knew because you're into DJing, weren't you?
I'm not into anything. I'm just finding ways, like, literally to express. So yeah, I enjoy mixing songs, but like not really into it in a way.
Right. Okay.
Do you know what I mean? I'm
guess
just
that's
doing
me.
it for myself.
Yeah. I guess I'm similar like that when it comes to playing the piano or something. Like, I literally will only play the piano when I feel like playing the piano. Like, if there's something I want to, like, I really have to want to do that specific thing to then go and play the piano. I don't just play it. I don't know. It's like, yeah, I really have to want to do that thing. Is that similar with like the DJing?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I can get that. Yeah, that's cool. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
What about MMA with you? So, is that something is that just about discipline for you? Like what? Because you're pretty dedicated.
It's about self-satisfaction. It's a lot of things.
You got it.
Discipline, self-satisfaction, destruction, will, all of that. It's a spiritual process for me.
Got it. Yeah.
In a different way. Spiritual practice for me, I believe. When you get there, that's my purest form of energy of will and survival.
Yeah, it's very true. Yeah, it's a good way to hone it, I believe, as well.
Yep. So always remind me and myself. Let's fight.
Yeah. There's nothing
create
quite like
a fire.
Nothing
Let's work together to create a fire. You know what I mean?
Yeah, bro. That's true. It's like there's something about I remember the first time I started like sparring properly. Like I did like probably I trained for like 6 months to a year before. Like this is like when I was brand new to Muay Thai. Before I started like really sparring properly, like with good people, like actual like hard sparring. I don't think you should just jump in there before you actually know what you're doing. But even then, like the first few times, you have to like. It's like hard. It's like a process to become comfortable, like in the fire. Like I remember, I had so many moments where I had to like tell myself, like, bro, like don't be such a bitch. Like you just have to get in there and like learn. Like it's the only way. Like it really tests your fucking will. Like it tests a lot of things to be able to like. Because there's so many fear. I don't know about you, but for me, there was a lot of fears going in. That's kind of why I did it in the first place. And you really have to like, or at least I had to like really push through to like break the fear and like overcome it a little bit. And I think it's like really good for everyone, I believe. Get your ass kicked a little bit.
Even express yourself with no fear.
Yeah.
Get what you want.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. I remember I was like very scared of getting hit, for example, and then I was like, all right, man, like you're gonna get hit, so A, just do it, but B, why not try moving away where you're gonna get hit less? Like figure out how to go in and out quickly. So like I would fight almost more like a Taekwondo guy. I was very light on my feet. Like in and out, like trying to get in and out without taking damage. And like you'll find a way to do it. Like, and then when it started working, like I started like I remember the exact time when I was like, holy shit, it worked. Like a guy would come at me. I like, step back. Like I'm always like light on 2 feet. I think just because of all the years I played soccer, I was always very good with light footwork. So I would jump back and like did my first like check hook, like clean check hook I've ever done. And I was like, holy shit, like it actually worked. Like just because like I kept working and like I actually like pushed myself to do it. And man, that feeling was awesome. That was so cool.
Like you mean, yeah, bro. The most important thing is to apply these philosophies that we have in this videos or this podcast, and apply it in different dimensions of your life, in different aspects of your life.
Yeah.
So if you want to do martial arts, it has to be those 7 qualities for you to be a great at what you do. So like, for example, in In business, you have to trust, you have to have some sort of, no guilt, some sort of perversion in how do you dream about things and how do you want things with no confusion, you know what I mean? Number 3 is your will. Number 4 is your love to it. Number 5 is your truth on what you want. It's also some sort of discipline. And number 6 is how clear you are in that desire or in that aspect. What are your wants clear? No illusion. Which means, so for example, illusion means if you have a problem, you figure out what's the problem, you fix it without thinking about it.
Yep.
Too much.
Yep.
And the last thing is your expansion. You want to make it bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger. You start with trust. You do not move unless if there is trust. Right? And then now you want to be comfortable with that trust. Comfort is the opposite of shame. Comfortable means you want to express that you want it. Number 3 is your will. You want to get it. Number 4 is you want to get it nicely. Number 5 is you want to speak about getting it nicely, truthfully. Number 6 is you exactly know what it is. Number 7 is you want to expand that always. If you take these 7 principles and apply it in whatever you do, you will just find a nice expression to it. You just have the ultimate thing that you really need and that you really be free to use. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, man.
It's weird to say, but those are 7 qualities that every entrepreneur needs. At work, at anywhere, in life, everything.
Beautiful. Yeah. It's just.
Does that make sense?
Yeah. No. That does. It does.
So if you want to make money, you gotta trust that you gotta make money.
Hmm.
You will make money eventually, right?
Yeah.
Now you want to trust that you're gonna make money today. If you want it today.
Mm-hmm.
So that's a different level of trust.
Yeah.
Maybe you have 3 hours, but you can maybe 3 hours, 2 hours, doesn't matter. 3 hours, you can make it happen in 3 hours, right?
Mm-hmm.
Now you gotta, you gotta be fine with it. That you want it, that you trust, and you gotta work towards it. You gotta attract it. You gotta do the things that you want it to do to get it. Now, love is about how can I love what I'm doing right now. Truth is how can I be honest about whatever happened in the situation right now. I know for sure I can make it in 3 hours or 3 hours, and I'll do whatever it takes to do it. Now I need to know exactly how am I going to do it, right? So clarity. The last thing is just go nuts, madness about it.